Shark Dropper Studios presents to you
Dopple Avenue Hurt. Case 1. Case 1. The Silver Casket. Part 12. The Gold Coins.
I stuck a cigarette betwixt my lips and pulled out Angela's gift from my side pocket, the gun-shaped lighter. I pulled the tiny trigger, emitting an orange flame from the barrel. I lit the cigarette and inhaled. I love this lighter. Natalie stared at me from the other side of the room. I couldn't believe it. This whole case was answered when I first met Terrence O'Reilly in my office. His first mention of seeing his father dead in a tub full of gold coins. Gold coins.
James, are you sure it wasn't Evan Greenbaum? The police arrested him. They found the vase in his house.
Please, that was the most obvious hack plant job I've ever seen.
Evan Greenbaum put a hack plant in the vase. What's a hack plant?
What? No, I'm saying someone planted the vase.
No, James, you can't plant a vase. You put plants into a vase. You don't understand vases.
You don't understand what I'm saying. Someone put a vase in the Greenbaum's household to frame poor Evan Greenbaum.
But who would do such a thing?
Your brother? Your adopted Terrence O'Reilly. Everything started making sense now. The whole case was wrapping up nicely in my head.
It can't be. It just can't.
I'm sorry. I started making my way towards the front door when Natalie ran up and got in my way.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna stop this important merger and arrest your brother.
Don't do that. If you cross my family, horrible things will happen to you. My family may seem like they hate each other, but they hate outsiders even more.
Is that a threat?
It's a warning. I beg of you.
I can't look the other way. I was hired to solve this case, and I'll do just that. Only 3 things scare me, Miss Brewster, and death isn't one of them. Like a boss, I turned and walked out of the door, leaving her there. Watery-eyed and worried. Damn, that was a cool line I left her with. It was accurate, too. Death wasn't frightening. Heights scare me. Cockroaches scare me. And dare I say it, Chucky scares me. If I never saw another Child's Play movie, I would die a happy man. As I walked out into Dopple Avenue, I grinned. I was about to solve the biggest case I'd ever have. I hailed a cab. And headed for the O'Reillys. I reached the O'Reillys at 11:30 precisely.
Mr. Keys, how can I help you?
I pushed past Butler and into the main hallway. Peter O'Reilly was stumbling down the central staircase with some blonde bimbo attached to his arm.
Well, look who it is. Mr. Cheese.
That's Keys. It's not even noon and you're already drunk.
Well, it's like that old country saying my sister taught me. You know, drink, drink, drink. Drink alcohol. Hey, drinks the more alcohol. Hey!
Yeah, I've heard a lot of your sister's old country sayings. And even though they're often dumb and irrelevant, it's hard for me to believe that what you just said is one of them.
Mock me all you want, Mr. Cheese. I'm not the one reeking with scotch.
What's he doing here?
Catherine O'Reilly approached from the east wing.
We're not answering any more of your stupid questions.
I don't need you to. I need to speak to Terrence. Anything you'd have to say now would be inconsequential.
Define inconsequential. You know we don't speak Yiddish here.
No time. Where's Terrence? Butler.
Master Terrence O'Reilly has unfortunately left for the day.
Maybe you forgot, but Mr. O'Reilly has a merger going through that will make us even richer.
Congratulations, you rich fuck.
Why, thank you, poor person. Now, if you don't mind, I have a yacht party to get to.
I rushed out the front door and onto the gravel driveway where my cab waited. I needed to stop this merger. I stopped walking when I saw a BMW down the street. 2 kids on bikes sped in front of it, making it brake suddenly. The back window rolled down and Terrence leaned out and shouted at the kids. I quickly jumped into the cab. Quick, follow that car. We sped after Terrence, following the BMW up a ramp and onto the highway. I needed to get a hold of Paul, but I didn't have time to stop for a payphone. Suddenly we hit a traffic jam. God damn it. Terrence cut across 3 lanes and headed down off the off-ramp. Then the cabbie motioned to the traffic ahead. I climbed into the front seat and pushed the cab driver out of the way.
What are you doing?
James Keys, private eye. I need this.
Hey!
I grabbed the wheel and took off down the off-ramp. I sped down the main street and cut across Dopple Avenue. I couldn't tell if Terrence knew he was being followed until I hit the intersection at 3rd and Bartlett, and his car increased its speed. Crap. Unmarked police car got behind me. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't let him get away. Couldn't let that merger go through. Shit. I slowed to the side of the road as I saw Terrence's car disappear around the bend.
Well.
Sir, I am trying to... Paul.
Jesus, St. Louis and Carlton Jr. Jimmyjong, I didn't know that was you. When did you start driving taxis? Getting out of the PI business finally?
No. I'm in a high-speed pursuit. We were wrong. Wrong about the O'Reillys. Evan Greenbaum was framed. It turns out that Terrence O'Reilly was a real murderer.
Slow down there, Jimmyjong. That's a lot of information. Let's take care of one thing at a time. License and registration, please.
What? No, what?
Jimmyjong, you were speeding like a maniac. 56 and a 35.
You're writing me a ticket? That's not even your job.
Well, since the injury, they decided to put me back on the beat for a while until I got fully healed. I still got a wrap on my ankle.
Paul, I'm trying to tell you why I was speeding.
I know, and it seems really important, so let's just take care of this little ticket.
God damn it, he got away.
We'll catch him. Now, license and registration, please.
I can't believe this. I gave Paul my license. He ran it through and came back with a ticket in his hand. God damn it, Paul. You know, you don't have to give me a ticket.
Jimmyjong, I can't play favorites. Plus, I need the money. Every ticket we write, we get a 10% commission. It's the policeman way. I've been handing these things out like flyers all day. It's actually a necessity now. I just got my first medical bill. The sprained ankle was nothing. With the amount of tranquilizer they injected in me, I owe a fortune. We're strapped for money, and my little Rebecca's birthday is coming up. I gotta get her something nice. So I gotta ask you a question, Jimmyjong. You mind if me and the missus borrow some dough?
You know, I'm holding a speeding ticket you gave me.
Jimmyjong, it's not very becoming of a person to brag about stuff they can hold. Especially when someone near them can't use their hands in the same way.
Paul, you hurt your ankle, not your hand.
Oh, shit, that's right. Well, you still shouldn't brag.
You're missing the point, Paul.
Come on, Jimmyjong. Don't you want my little darling Rebecca to have the birthday she's always wanted?
Paul, this isn't the best time to talk. I need to stop this merger.
Okay, I hear you. Let's do this thing. Move over. I want to drive the taxi.
Shouldn't we take your car? I kind of stole this.
Taxi is better.
I don't know why Paul wanted to take the taxi until he started picking up customers.
Where to, pal?
Yeah, 36th and Landry, please.
Paul, we don't have time for this.
But I need the money.
After Paul dropped off a young couple at the museum and overcharged them $20, we headed for the large corporate office of Captain Kitten's Litter downtown. Paul parked the taxicab on the sidewalk and we ran up to and through the rotating doors. We headed up to the front desk. My name is James Keyes. I need to know where the Captain Kittens and Snailer Snake's reptile farm merger is taking place.
Oh no, not you again.
Ah, shit. Barry, come on.
Listen, I don't want any trouble.
Then just tell us where the merger is taking place.
See, it's on the 12th floor, but you can't go there. It's restricted.
We're going.
Nope, you're not allowed.
Barry, I don't have any fucking time for your antics.
Yeah, you piece of shit. Let us go.
I'm just doing my job.
I'm just doing my job. You son of a bitch. This is important business.
Barry, don't be a fucking asshole.
Is there a problem here?
No.
There is. Are you the supervisor?
I am.
My friend and I here are on official police business, and your fucking desk clerk won't let us through.
Barry, is this true?
They didn't tell me this was official police business.
If he doesn't let us through, a murderer may go free. Do you want a murderer to go free, you fucking idiot, you pinhead piece of shit?
Yeah, I think he wants that.
I can't believe this. I hired a guy who likes murderers?
What? No.
I hired this asshole 2 days ago. Boy, was that the wrong thing to do. Poor judgment on my part. You know what, Barry? Take a fucking hike.
What?
Barry, you're fired.
Yeah, nail that son of a bitch.
Again? Again this is happening?
Yeah, you're fucking right it's happening again because no one likes you. Get out of here, Barry.
Yeah, you're the worst person I ever met. I fucking hate you, Barry.
Wait, guys. Barry, come back here.
Why?
You're not really fired. I overreacted.
Really? I'm so relieved. I'm glad because I really need this job and...
Just kidding. Of course you're fired. Get the fuck out of here, Barry.
Nice one.
Did you see the way he was happy for a minute?
I did.
Yeah, I'm glad he's not happy anymore.
Should I trick him again? I can call him back over.
Nah, we got work to do. Right after we got Barry fired once again, we headed to the elevator. The supervisor led us up to the 12th floor and to the doors of the meeting room. We were just about to enter when the doors flung open and a bunch of suited men came out, jabbering to one another. They didn't seem happy. Paul and I waded through a large group of men looking for Terrence. One man caught my eye, but not because I recognized him. The thing that sparked my interest was on top of his head. A nice plaited fedora. That was the nicest fedora I'd ever seen. The man entered the elevator, and a moment later the door shut. If I had more time, I would have asked him where he got such an extraordinary hat. The rest of the men dispersed, and I could see Terrence at the far end of the meeting room. I got this, Paul. I walked past the long oval table and up to Terrence. He looked up from his binder, an arched eyebrow, a quizzical look.
Mr. Keyes, what are you doing here?
You know, Mr. O'Reilly, I find it funny.
What?
This whole charade you're doing, hiring me to find a ghost.
Didn't hire you to find no ghosts.
No, not a literal ghost. A man you made up. A murderer.
I'm not sure if I follow, Mr. Keyes.
Maybe this'll help. Gold coins.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Then let me fill you in by explaining exactly what happened the night your father was murdered. It was 5:30 in the morning, and your father was getting ready for his morning coin bath. He filled the tub with a bunch of silver coins and hopped in. As he bathed in his money like Scrooge McDuck, you come sliding through the window. You used the scaffolding outside to climb through the second-story window. The work lights, which were often left on, allowed you to see. Those lights gave off a certain glow, making the silver coins appear gold. This is why you made the slip-up on several occasions, calling them gold coins, not silver. Your mother knew the correct answer, but not you. You were your father's favorite, and you knew that if he died, you would take over the family business. You also hired Vendel and Carter to take care of me as a way of stalling my progress so the merger could go through.
You're dead wrong, you stupid fuck.
You planted the vase in the Greenbaum household so you could pin the murder on Evan Greenbaum. You even set it nicely by the exposed window, allowing me and the police to get a clear view.
Didn't even know where that vase was. I just heard about it.
Yeah? From who?
My brother, Peter.
Likely story. Your father didn't want the merger to go through. I read his journal entries. He was against it. But now with him out of the way, you could complete your plan to...
No. The merger, it didn't go through.
Bullshit. I saw a bunch of suited guys with paperwork, and this isn't Congress.
What?
Paul, I got this. Go take a nap or something.
I know it looks bad, but...
What do you mean the merger didn't go through?
When I met with Desmond Grant this morning, I found some BGT reports on his desk. I read through them and found Sailor Snake Reptile Farm is on the verge of bankruptcy. That's why my father didn't want to go through with the merger. We would have been crushed. Grant rushed down here before the meeting began, trying to explain the misdirected reports, but couldn't do it. My family is crazy, money-hungry fools, but I love them, especially my father. I know I'm adopted, but Geoffrey O'Reilly, it was the real deal.
I didn't know what to do. Did I have this all wrong? Something still didn't sit right with me. And then his answer to who spotted the vase, Peter O'Reilly, his brother. Was this a sibling rivalry? Terrence, you said your brother was the one who informed you of the stolen vase.
That's right.
Think. Would there be any reason that your brother wanted your father dead?
Now that you mention it, my brother had...
A shot rang out. A bullet hole shattered through Terrence's binder and left a huge hole in his chest.
Fucker!
Blood spurted out and Terrence slowly fell to the floor. I turned around to see a hole in the window and a man standing in the window of the building across the street. The man stood in the shadows, but I could easily see that he held a sniper rifle. And he wore a fedora. Holy shit, the fedora guy! Damn, that was a nice hurt. He fired again, this time aiming for me. I dove to the floor and under the table. Paul joined me.
Oh my god, Jimmyjong, we're being shot at! This is just like that movie!
No, Paul, we're not doing that right now. This is not like any movie. At least no movie you've ever seen.
Sure it is! This is just like...
Paul, shut up. We gotta get out of here.
Is he dead?
Paul motioned towards Terrence. A large pool of blood formed around his body. I nodded.
I don't want to die here. I want to live a long and prosperous life. I want to see my kids grow up. Which reminds me, Jimmyjong, can I borrow some cash right now? I gotta buy my little girl her birthday present. Medical bills can wait. I need to get her something nice, and last year she was a bit upset. I thought she would like a life-size standee of Millard Fillmore.
Paul, we don't have time to talk about this. We gotta get out of here.
I have an idea. What if you distract them by wearing a dress and dancing around?
Where the fuck am I supposed to get a dress, Paul? We got...
Damn. I got it. What about this? You hold down a suppressing fire, I'll grab Mr. Dead over there. We'll skin him, and we'll wear his body, and the bad guy will think there's some weird serial killer over here and he'll run away.
No.
What if we build a giant steel ball, climb inside, and roll on out of here?
How are we gonna make a giant steel ball?
Gotta give me something to work with here, Keys. Well, what if we jump out the window and use our shirt as parachutes?
No, that won't work.
What if we turn on some bright lights, make shadow puppets of monsters so he thinks this place is demonic?
No.
What if I poop in the corner and point at it?
No. These ideas are getting worse.
Well, I really gotta take a shit.
How about we just make a run for the door?
Okay, but should I take a shit now or after we make it out?
Why don't we wait till after? Come on. Count of 3. We run. 1, 2.
I'm going now.
3. Wow, of course. God. We both ran for the door. Bolts pepper the window, kicking up shards of wood, glass, and paper. Shit was like Die Hard, bro. I jumped out of the room and landed on my side. I quickly rose and brushed myself off. There were no windows in the hall, which meant we were safe for the time being. Paul ran to the restroom and I went down to the elevator. People had heard the gunshots and called the police. I talked to the cop for a couple minutes when Paul came up.
This case is getting crazier and crazier, but don't worry, I called Arthur. Maybe he can help us out.
We don't need help. We need a car.
Where are we going?
To the docks.
We gonna suck some sailor dicks?
No.
Good. I really don't want to do that.
Neither do I.
Then why are we going to the docks?
We have a yacht party to attend. The police searched the building across from the Cat and Kitten's litter, but found nothing except for some spent shells. While the forensics took care of that, Paul and I headed for the Brentwood Heights Yacht Club, which was on the other side of the city, situated on the large Gander Lake. Paul told Arthur to meet us there, which he did.
All I'm saying, Jimmyjong, is that I need maybe a total of $100 right now. I can't afford to give my daughter something she hates again. Don't tell anyone, but she kind of scares me.
I told you, she's possessed.
Again with the ownership.
Not what I mean. We met Arthur outside of the yacht club entrance.
It's no good. We can't get in.
Arthur.
Big Jimbo. Pfft. Just had to go and solve this case right now, didn't you?
You're upset because I'm actually making things right.
We don't know that you're right. It's all speculation.
Well, it's better than the BHPD special, arresting someone without evidence.
Hey, that guy had a vase.
Jimmyjong, King Arthur, let's relax. Why can't we get inside?
Well, the party's a couple's party, so we need dates. Otherwise, we'll have to crash it. But then they'll know we're cops.
I got an idea.
Alright, but no camo pants.
Alright. New idea. I'll call Lorraine, Jimmyjong, you call Angela, and Arthur, you could stay out here and keep watch. You know, because he has no one. Well, no one that loves him anyway.
I could get a date.
Nope, not gonna work. I got no way to get a hold of Angela.
Ha ha ha! Keys has no one either.
Actually, I do have someone.
Nah, fuck.
After Paul called his wife and told her to dress provocatively, I had him call the office. 30 minutes later, Lorraine and Edith, my one-of-a-kind secretary, showed up. Lorraine wore a sparkling gold gown and Edith wore a fabulous red sequin dress. Arthur, feeling left out, drove off and came back with his date.
Well, boys, here she is. This is Daphne.
Arthur walked up with the tan blow-up doll, with wide eyes and a wider mouth. The mouth was for fucking. The eyes, you knew what they were for. Yeah, that's never gonna work.
I know one will notice. I blew her up to just the right amount. Plus, I plugged all her holes.
What, was she losing air?
No, I mean I fucked her.
Oh, wonderful. That's just a mental image I like to go to sleep to every night. Arthur, fucking a blow-up doll. Perfect.
Okay, team, let's do this. Put on your party face. Make sure it's not your ugly one, Lorraine.
Okay, honey.
The party was booming. We walked up onto the ramp where a bouncer stood.
You guys on the list?
Yeah, we are. The name's Smithereen 2. Smithereen 2.
Smithereen 2, party of 6.
Yeah, that's it.
Smithereen 2? Christ, Paul, you couldn't just pick a more common name. You could have stopped at Smith. Everybody's named Smith.
That would have been too obvious.
You could have just went with Johnson, Williams, Brown, Miller, Davis.
I'm not seeing a Smithereen 2. I see a Smith party of 6, and a Miller, a Johnson, a Williams, even a Davis and Brown party of 6, but no Smithereen 2.
God damn it, Paul.
I got this, Mr. K.
Edith walked up to the burly man and shook her cleavage. God damn. She began flirting with the man, laughing and touching his shoulder gently. The rest of us kind of backed off and waited. Suddenly, Edith and the bouncer walked off, down the dock, and around to a small bathhouse.
It's clear.
Let's go.
The group ran up the ramp, but I held back. I should go check on Edith. Make sure she's okay. And just then she came running up.
Let's go, Mr. K.
Jesus, what happened?
I bashed him in the fucking head.
Ah, God, Edith, please tell me you didn't kill him.
I didn't. I just knocked his fucking head and pushed him into the water.
But he could drown?
No, I pushed him in face up.
Oh, okay, cool. We ran up the ramp and entered into one of the craziest parties I'd ever seen. The deck was littered with condoms and cocaine. Paul ran up to me with powder on his nose.
Jimmyjong, this party's great. I mean, really great. I come on this boat and I'm just, having all these great ideas. Maybe we could open up a shop together. Yeah, you and I should definitely get into business together. I don't care what, anything. I can sell fucking loofahs door to door with you, and it be the goddamn day of my life, Jimmyjong. Seriously, I mean, in all seriousness, we need to seriously go into business together.
Christ. We were on a boat for half a minute and Paul was already high. I grabbed Edith around the waist and led her to the bow where the dance floor was laid out. People bumped and grinded on each other as a strobe light flashed. It was only 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If they were partying this hard now, I couldn't imagine what it would be like around midnight.
Mr. K, I'm so glad you invited me to this party. I was so goddamn bored at work.
Edith, you do realize this isn't a real party, right?
Oh my God! Are all these people fucking robots?
Who's fucking a robot?
No one?
Actually, Jim, I did see someone fucking a coffee machine inside.
See, at least my date has a face.
Guys, we gotta find Peter O'Reilly. Let's spread out. Edith and I will walk up around here. Paul, you and Lorraine, check out the upper decks.
I ain't checking out any dicks.
No, Paul, decks. Decks.
Oh, gotcha.
And Arthur, you and the blow-up doll head downstairs where no one can see you. Christ, you're an embarrassment.
Hey, she's got a name, alright? Show a little respect.
Sorry, you and Daphne head downstairs. Okay, let's do this. Edith and I walked through the dance party. Women were taking ecstasy. Guys snorting coke. Money was being thrown into the air like they just do not care. Rich people. When we reached the back of the ship, or the stern for the layperson, we discovered a massive orgy. Christ almighty.
What kind of fucking party did you bring me to?
I already told you, Edith, we're here to find Peter O'Reilly.
What's so special about him? I thought that shitty case was over.
Turns out it's not. We had it all wrong, until now. We need to find him, but I don't see anything out here. Let's see if we can find the others. We headed inside and downstairs. Most of the rooms were locked. People littered the halls, drunk and heaving. A man approached me.
Pardon me, sir. Who is your missus?
This is Edith Dietrich, my secretary. She is the one who's...
Too much information. Just needed a first name, that's all. May I make you an offer? $15,000 to do your finely equipped lady friend in the booty.
Holy shit!
What? No, get the fuck out of here.
But Mr. K, that's a lot of fucking money.
Come on, we got a job to do. Edith smiled at me and wrapped her arms around my arm. It was a lot of money, but we had a job to finish. I hope she didn't think more into it. I wasn't jealous, of course. Why would I be jealous? She could have sex with whoever she wanted. We turned a corner to find a door wide open. We walked inside to find Arthur, making love to his balloon.
Yeah, bend you over the round table. King Arthur style. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 Oh, yeah. Yeah, brother.
Oh, Jesus, Arthur.
No, shit. Hi. It's not what it looks like. I was just fixing her. She had a hole.
She had several holes, apparently.
Yeah, but this one wasn't made before.
What?
Jimmyjong! Jimmyjong, we found him.
Where?
He's upstairs in the theater room.
We headed upstairs to a large room with stadium seating and a massive screen.
I'm not gonna lie, Jimmyjong, I'm a little high.
I told you not to snort all that coke, dear.
Shut it, Lorraine.
Paul, just need you to keep it cool till I have a chance to talk to Peter.
Okay, but we gotta hurry. They're departing from the dock soon. We won't be able to call for backup. Plus, I'm scared of being out in the open ocean.
Paul, it's a lake. We're not even close to an ocean.
It doesn't matter. I just hate open water. I don't like not knowing what's below me. That's why I never really go high up in an apartment building.
Well, that's an odd comparison.
It's one of my 3 main fears. I'm scared of open ocean, clowns, and death.
Ha! Mr. K isn't scared of anything.
That's not entirely true. I'm scared of a few things. Heights, cockroaches, and other things. I didn't feel like bringing up the last and most intense fear I had. That is until the lights in the theater dimmed and the projector behind us began to glow. Just then, Peter O'Reilly in the front row stood up on his chair and faced the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know you've been asking for it, so here it is. I present to you the Child's Play Marathon.
Oh no, not Chucky! My third and final fear. Chucky really did a number on me as a kid, and I could never shake that voodoo-filled movie. I started hyperventilating.
Oh no! Mr. K!
Jesus, what the fuck is wrong with him?
It's Chucky!
Fuck.
Here's a paper bag.
I can't do it. I can't. I'm weak.
We gotta do something!
Here, I bought some popcorn. The movie's starting.
Hey, you tubby shit, stop the movie!
Oh man, but I already bought popcorn. Fine.
Paul pulled his gun out and shot the projector.
What the hell?
Don't move.
After I calmed down a little bit, we headed into Peter's office. Lorraine, Edith, and Daphne waited outside. Okay, Mr. O'Reilly. You know why we're here.
Mr. Cheese, I haven't the clue because I didn't invite any poor people. Here you are.
We didn't come for the party. We came for you.
Gay.
I walked around the office and stopped when I reached a wall of fedoras, sitting neatly on hooks. Each fedora made with perfection. These are nice. Where'd you get them?
Well, they're not mine.
Oh, I see. They just happened to be on your yacht.
This isn't my boat.
Whose boat is this? Suddenly the boat rocked and we stumbled a bit. The boat was leaving the dock. Peter, noticing our sea legs, took the opportunity to run. He jumped out the window.
Jesus, he's getting away!
We rushed out of the room in time to find him jumping to the lower deck and then over the side.
He got away!
I'll be goddamned if he did. I took a deep breath and jumped.
Jimmyjong! Shit! I can't let him do this alone. He needs me, but I'm scared of the water.
No time.
I turned around just in time to see Edith jump into the water.
Hey!
Ah, gee, just Paul. Just let him go. We'll go to the captain. Get the force and
You
come.
do that, and get my wife to safety.
But honey...
Shut up, Lorraine. Now quick, someone get me a life vest.
I
don't see any, honey bun.
Shit!
Here you go, Paul. Just use Daphne.
Ugh, her bottom's all wet. You dunk her in water already?
Yeah.
Here goes nothing.
I climbed onto the dock and helped both Edith and Paul up. And Daphne.
What's she doing here?
No need for jealousy, Edith. She's fake.
She probably had a lot of plastic surgery. She looks like it.
Edith, why did you jump? I don't want you coming with me. This can be dangerous.
I wanna fucking help! You ever drive a speedboat?
No, of course not.
I have. Come on, Mr. K.
Edith ran to a nearby boat and hopped in. Paul, Daphne, and I jumped in after her. Edith kicked a panel below the wheel and knocked it aside. She pulled out some wires and hot-wired the bitch. The boat chugged to life and we zoomed past the yacht. I looked up at the large boat to see Arthur put his arms around the ring. They kissed. Holy shit, Paul was right. Luckily, Paul didn't see this as we passed. He was too busy fondling Daphne.
Hey, Jimmyjong, I gotta ask you a question.
I'm not sleeping with your wife.
Not that, Jimmyjong. Although I'm still gonna keep my eye on you. Just kidding. Kinda. I wanna ask if maybe I could just borrow like $50. That should be enough to buy Rebecca a little something nice.
Paul, not now. Edith, do you see Peter?
He's just ahead. We're catching up. But it's time to put this piece of shit into high gear.
I'm going to shoot his gas tank. Out of the way, Daphne.
No, Christ, Paul, we need him alive.
I want to use my gun, damn it.
Not unless he fires at us.
Mr. K, Peter's got a gun.
Ah, shit.
Can I use mine now?
Go ahead.
Bang, bang, motherfucker.
We gained speed and moved ever closer. Edith pulled to the side of his boat and he fired and Edith pulled away. When his gun emptied, we moved closer. She got right along the side of his boat. I climbed up to the railing.
Mr. K!
I jumped. I'd made it to Peter's boat. His wide eyes made it apparent that he didn't expect this. I climbed to my feet and charged him. We duked it out 50 style while the boat continued its fast pace towards the downtown area of Brentwood Heights.
Get off my boat, Gypsy.
It's over, Peter. With both of us fighting, we didn't pay much attention to where the boat was heading. Not until Peter landed a punch and knocked me from my feet did I see what was ahead. Ah, no. A boat ramp filled with oversized crates lay before us. Oh, shit. Peter turned around and instantly grabbed a hold of a seat. I did the same. The boat launched off a ramp and landed right to the downtown area. Peter got up with scratches on his face. He grabbed his gun and jumped over the side of the boat. He ran down Dopple Avenue. I forced myself to my feet and gave chase. I ran as fast as I could, pushing through some mimes, running past Donegan's, Terry's Diner, and the now closed Mamma Mia SpaghettiOs. Peter turned the corner. I followed. Peter ducked into an alleyway. I pulled my gun and did the same. I stopped for a moment. He was gone. Where'd he go?
Jimmyjong!
Mr. K! Where the hell are ya?
I could hear Edith and Paul in the distance, but there was no time. I had to find Peter. I reached a chain link fence, some blood dripping from the top. Peter had climbed over this. I jumped over and ran down the rest of the alley. It led to a large empty lot with a huge warehouse at the far end. I could see Peter limp running towards the warehouse. I followed. I entered the warehouse at 6:15 exactly. The place was empty save for a few boxes and barrels. Above me, a long steel catwalk. I could hear the echoes of someone running on it. I ran up the stairs and followed the sound. I made it to a small room. I saw the shadow of a man on the wall. I jumped to the corner, gun raised. Stop! Peter, trying to open the exit door, turned around slowly. Drop the gun. Drop the gun.
Bravo, Mr. Cheese.
It's over.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you and your friends and your pesky blow-up dolls.
You weren't going to get away with anything.
You didn't even know it was me. Ha! You thought it was my brother, idiot. Dumb policeman.
I'm a PI.
Don't spell in front of me.
Let me ask you one question. Why?
Why? Money.
Money. Always money. Was it worth it? Killing your brother?
Adopted brother. And I don't know, I didn't kill Terrence.
Nice try, but I saw the fedoras on the boat.
I told you, that wasn't my boat.
Then who?
Me.
I turned around to see Desmond Grant. Tall, fairly shaped, stubble on his chin, wearing one of the most finely made fedoras I'd ever seen. Damn. I needed to know where he bought his hats. Desmond fucking Grant.
How did you know my middle name?
Here I was trying to prove your innocence. So you two, together.
That's right. Now drop your gun.
But how?
You think I'm gonna fall for that old villain routine? Explain how I did everything just so you can escape and then arrest me with the knowledge that I so willingly gave you.
What if I said please?
All right. I may be a villain, but I applaud niceties. Have a seat.
I sat on a rusted barrel.
I killed old man Geoffrey because I had to.
You did it for the money.
No. Stephen Anaconda.
Right.
That bastard fired me for no good reason. Then I get hired by Geoffrey, only to find him getting ready to let me go. I wasn't about to go back to living on the streets, so I offered this idea. A merger. Geoffrey loved it. A way to expand. Little did he know that I knew that Stephen Snake's company was going under.
So you'd be fine living on the streets if it meant that both of the companies you used to work for fell.
That's right. The merger would kill both companies. Drain them. There never was any money.
Wait. So there's no money?
There is now, since the merger didn't go through. The O'Reilly company will remain stocked, but I'm fine with it. Sailor Snakes will go bankrupt. Geoffrey O'Reilly is dead, and now Peter is in control of Captain Kittens. So, Peter, it's time to start transferring the money to an offshore account. We'll leave the rest of your family bone dry.
You know, Desmond, I don't know if I like that.
Who's Andrew Gardman? Fendel gave me the name, Andrew Gardman.
Andrew Gardman is actually Andrew Dopple. He works at the precinct as a guardman. It's a false name. He played middleman. I hired Vendel and Carter through him. I needed to get you off this case. Too bad they failed.
But I was trying to get you out of jail.
I didn't need you to. If inebriated Peter here didn't forget to plant the vase in the Greenbaum household sooner, I would have been freed last week.
Sorry about that.
So all for revenge. Just one more question.
hurry. We're running out of time.
Where'd you get that kick-ass fedora?
I'll never tell.
Really? That's where you draw the line?
We can't have everyone wearing fedoras like this. They'll lose their uniqueness.
Just a clue.
No.
God, man. You really are a villainous asshole.
Tell me, Mr. Keys. Have you ever heard the story of the frog and the scorpion?
Yeah, the frog ran the race nice and steady and ended up winning. The scorpion got all cocky because he was faster, but he ended up losing.
No, wrong animals.
Did the scorpion threaten to huff and puff and then blow the three froggies' homes down?
No, shut up, I'll tell it. A scorpion asks a frog to carry him across a river. The frog does not want to do it because he's afraid of being stung. The scorpion reasons that if he stung the frog, they would both drown. The frog then agrees and carries the scorpion on his back. Halfway across the river, the scorpion stings the frog. The frog asks why, and the scorpion points out that this is its true nature.
So you're saying an asshole is always an asshole?
Basically.
Unless it's a black ass. Well, I guess it would still be an asshole.
Are we done here?
Hope you're happy with all that money.
Well, it could be more. Hell, you know what? Maybe I'll just take it all.
What?
Just then, Desmond shot Peter square in the chest.
There. Now, the only loose end left is you. Any last words, Mr. Keys?
Mr. K!
Jimmyjong, you in here?
Desmond turned around, startled by the shouts. I saw my chance. I reached down, grabbed a broken piece of wood, and chucked it. It knocked the gun from Desmond's hands. Rather than going for the gun, I charged Desmond. I reached for the gun, but exposed my side. Desmond landed a shot right to my kidney. I rolled onto my side, hurt. Desmond started crawling for his gun. I crawled after him, grabbed his leg, and pulled. We both reached for the gun, and in the skirmish, ended up knocking it out of the room and off the catwalk. It fell on the first floor. I grabbed Desmond's collar and shoved him down hard. And then scrambled for my gun. I could see Desmond out of the corner of my eyes. He crawled for Peter's gun. We both reached our guns simultaneously. I spun and aimed it at his chest. I pulled the trigger, and a tiny flame sputtered out the barrel. What the fuck? That's when I noticed it. My finger felt way too snug in the trigger guard. I hadn't noticed it before. I pulled out Angela's gift, the gun-shaped lighter. A huge grin was plastered on Desmond's face. Well, this was it. He held up his gun, pointed it at my chest, and fired. It didn't quite hurt. It was more of a shock. I could feel the bullet enter my body. I slowly fell to my knees. Desmond gave me a short salute and took off through the exit door. Just then, Edith, Paul, and Daphne ran into the room.
Oh no!
Jimmyjong!
He's been fucking shot!
I couldn't talk. Everything was getting blurry. With a gun lighter in my hand, I couldn't help but think about Angela and how I missed her birthday dinner. What would she think when I wind up dead?
Hang in there, Jimmyjong! Quick! Call an ambulance!
My life started flashing before my eyes. Being a baby in Gulfport, Mississippi. Being raised in a small town to 2 school-teaching parents. Going on my first date. Attending Hancock North Central. Playing football with my friends. Getting better at playing football. Gaining a scholarship and playing quarterback. Getting drafted by the Falcons. Playing for the Packers. Almost retiring, but then playing for the Jets in Minnesota instead. Sending that girl a dick pic. Wait a second. This wasn't my life, this was Brett Favre's. Or was I picturing his life? Dying's weird.
Jimmyjong, I know this isn't the best time, but let me just get this.
Paul reached into my back pocket and pulled out my wallet.
I'm just gonna take some money now, and you can just give me more when you get better, okay? Don't go dying on us. Jimmyjong?
Things got darker. Darker. And pitch black. And everything went silent.
Wow. My boy Keys is, looks like he's kicked the bucket. Well, that's a bunch of malarkey. I've got season 2 written on this script. I've got an agent to fire and a producer to call. I'll be goddamned if any flat-footed Johnny's gonna take my job away from me. Stay tuned for next season's episodes of Dopple Avenue Hurt.
Dopple Avenue Hurt, with a very special guest voiceover, Chris Gore, as Desmond Grant. Yacht Party music provided by Tiki Tom Toms. Written by Robert M. Lamb. Edited by Jonathan Moss. Starring voices by Kyle Appleyard, Anita LaRose, Amy Laurie, Jose Carabello, Dan Johnson, Jonathan Moss, Adam Jetmore, Amber Simpson, and Shannon McCarthy. With additional voices by Robert M. Lamb, John Lazaveth, Nick Engelhart, Justin Stewart, Mike Lenhart, Heather Lenhart, Jesse Levine, Nicole Green, Shannon Lee, Morgan Buck, April Cadmus, Chris Davis, Ricky Lehner, Hope Ennis, and Michelle Birmingham. Visit www.sharkdropper.com to hear our other podcasts. Horror Play, the search for the scariest game ever made. Word of the Bay, a Tampa Bay-based sports podcast. And the Shark Dropper podcast, where we talk random stuff with a mixture of improv. Also, we have an upcoming Academy Awards podcast titled Snubbed, where we rate each year's Best Picture nominees.